Good day, Internet. Supposedly, we're getting a test of the emergency texting everyone system. FEMA, Federal Emergency Management Agency, and the FCC, Federal Communications Commission, supposedly conducting a nationwide test on Wednesday. Maybe I'll go live at the same time on Wednesday. Oh, it doesn't come until Wednesday. So yeah, maybe I'll come back. Maybe I'll come back on Wednesday. Meantimes, I'm gonna do a little. Hey, Gotham Heights. I'm gonna do a little proofread of the old DTNS rundown. Google introduced Chromebook Plus, a label to certify models of Chromebooks approved by Google. To receive a Chromebook Plus designation, a Chromebook must have an Intel Core i3 or higher, AMD Ryzen 7000 CPU or better, an IPS panel, at least 1080p resolution, 1080p webcam, 8 gigs RAM, 120 gigs storage, and all Chromebooks, Plus or not, are required to have at least 10 hours of battery life. Chromebook Plus laptops. Oh, is it got the wrong mic? Let's just see. Yeah, it does. Hi, over there.
There, is that better? Hey, John. And Emmanuel. How are you both? Required to have at least 10 hours. We'll get access to some... We'll also get access to some Chrome OS features like the Magic Eraser in Photos. Customers who buy a Chromebook Plus devices also will get free trial subscriptions to GeForce Now and Photoshop on the web, Lenovo, HP, for sale this month. I'm glad I'm audible. You'll get 1 credit a month. Okay. All right. Android Authority found code in the latest version of the TikTok app indicating it would offer ad-free monthly subscriptions in the US for it will. The code included text to display to the user that said, we are testing the ad-free plan with the Greetings in the Philippines, Ted. Salamat for joining us. Yeah, John, because you're on YouTube and the other folks I'm referring to are on Twitch. But you should see Ted. Ted's over there with you. While Coinbase is facing increased regulatory scrutiny in multiple areas of the world, including the U.S., it just received a regulatory win in Singapore. The Monetary Authority of Singapore granted cryptocurrency exchange a Major Payment Institute license. This will let Coinbase offer digital payment token services to retail and institutional customers. The Block points out that Singapore has granted full licenses to around a dozen crypto operators. Tokyo's Tsubame Industries is selling a 4.5 meter tall, 3.5 ton, 4-wheeled humanoid robot for $3 million called Archax. Hello, Waste Guy Atlanta. A human pilot sits inside and views monitors. Of the robot with a joystick. It can sort of kneel down for vehicle mode and reach speeds of up to 10 kilometers per hour. Yes, it's basically a Gundam, and that's intentional. 25-year-old CEO Roy Yoshida plans to sell 5 of the machines to robot fans, but also hopes they might find uses in disaster relief for the space industry. Go to Discord for chatting, so you will for sure be alone. You won't even see Ted there. The Google Pixel announcement is this coming Wednesday, October 4th. But Google has already announced a lot about the Pixel 8, Pixel Pro, and Pixel Watch 2. We're pretty much just waiting for official confirmation on the price and what it looks like. In fact, YouTube channel PBK Reviews has 2 videos to show the unboxing of the Pixel 8 and Pixel Pro. Meanwhile, if you want a more surprising launch, Samsung India teased one for the same day as the Pixel announcement, October 4th. It's expected to be the Galaxy S23 FE. FE stands for Fan Edition. A couple of pieces of Apple news to start with. And for those who are new, I am just proofreading the lineup for today's later Daily Tech News show, which takes place in just about an hour and a half. Last week, we mentioned that analyst Ming-Chi Kuo suspected the iPhone 15's new titanium case was causing complications, leading to reports of overheating. Kuo expected Apple would address it with a software update. Apple uncharacteristically has commented. And said it was a bug in iOS 7 that will be addressed in a software update. Apple also said updates to Uber, Instagram, and the game Asphalt 9 overload the system. Instagram has already updated its app with a fix. Apple also told Mac Rumors that the new titanium frame did not cause the problem. Hello, my baby. In his Power On newsletter, Bloomberg's Mark Gurman reports on Apple's continuing work on search. Gurman sources say Apple Senior Vice President of Machine Learning and AI Strategy and former Google executive John Andrea oversees a giant search team made of giants. Their engine is codenamed Pegasus. Apple uses a search index for instant results in Siri and Spotlight while relying on Google for deeper results. And we can get rid of that little sentence. And Gurman, not German, spell check really loves to change Mark Gurman's name. Says Pegasus will soon be used for search in the App Store. Final quick check with Jerry's current take on X. Apple no longer offers customer support on X. DMs to Apple support instruct customers to visit the support page on Apple's website. LG does not plan to support ATSC 3.0 in its TVs next year because of uncertainty over patents. ATSC 3.0, also called Next Gen TV, is broadcast television's bid to bring 4K HDR, Dolby Atmos audio, Dolby Atmos, and more interactive elements and technologies like DRM to over-the-air broadcasts. Vizio and TCL have also decided not to support it in their TVs. LG lost a court battle over patents linked to ATSC 3.0. And it didn't. Okay, let's get rid of segment C. If you got feedback, that's our email address. Last week, when we talked about the report that Johnny Ive was helping design an AI-based device for Sam Altman, we mentioned that Altman was an investor in Humane, a company run by former Apple employees. Sam Altman's OpenAI. Humane showed its AI pin in public for the first time at Coperni's Paris fashion show. Naomi Campbell modeled it, became the first person to wear the... How many of you have been keeping track of Fashion Week in Paris? Right, show of hands. If you recall from May, Humane co-founder Imran Chandra described the device in a TED Talk, but didn't show it. It's the one that projected the display on his hand and could translate English to French. He also demonstrated a new catch-up feature where I read news to him. Now you can see what it looks like. And it looks like a little black square that you wear on your shirt. Humane calls it a clothing-based device, has Qualcomm chip inside, does not have a wake world, thus not always listening, does not have a screen, and does not connect to a smartphone. That's about all we know at this point. Humane said it will make full unveiling of AI pin November 9th. I think what bugs me most about the AI pin, and I want to double check this, is that everyone seems to refuse to capitalize the I in it. Yeah, it's just AI pin. All right, I'm going to get rid of for consideration. Our kicker today, if you're a sneakerhead, Cooler Master has PCs for you. It has begun selling a sneaker-shaped PC under the CMOD X brand called the Sneaker X. Core i7, RTX 4070, 2 terabytes and $3,500. You can also pay more to get a 4070 Ti, and in Europe, a 48 Core 9. There's even an IM. And how fast does it run? Ha! I get it, Killbot. That was funny. All right, we got it. Mailbag. Patrons stick around at the passing of Senator Ryan Calvin, governor, and one of the mother, and then Butler, and not one of the handful of people who down there were going to remember there. Butler was the union. Why are we bringing this up? Okay, there we go. So we've got the Raspberry Pi email. Feels old though. I mean, not that it's bad, but. Okay. I'll put another email in there. Thank you, Killbot. If I do, I will try to remember to give you credit. As Killbot said, how fast does it run? I need my do I have the snare shot sound effect? Let's just see. You know, what's funny is I do hear myself in my headphones, but I didn't notice earlier that it wasn't coming over the right mic. That seems like a bad thing. It's got to be in here somewhere. I know it is. I got those. We'll be back after the break. I could have sworn I had a rim shot sound effect. But I don't know. Maybe not. I have this. And that's annoying. Stop that. I used to have one. I don't know what happened to it. No, this doesn't have a very good search. Oh, well. Yeah, instantrimshot.com probably still around. I can use that. Yeah, I thought it was part of the default. I used to do it all the time. I used to pull that one out. Let's see. Let me see. Hold on. Oh, there's nothing in that folder. Never mind. Oh, wait. Yeah, there was. Just took a while to load. Quick Burns, Bell. These are all the things I've ever had in the soundboard. News theme. Wrong. Hey there. Fast Road. Feeling good. Fordo. Shout outs. No, it's not in there. I would have seen it by now. These are in chronological order. Huh. Are there sound effects? These are all just music, right? Jingles. Yeah. Huh. I mean, I could find it, but, you know, that would be work. I bet I know where it is here. Maybe it's on my hard drive. Join me in the search for the rimshot sound effects. Be under assets, other effects. There it is. Rimshot. Was it worth it? Was it worth the long wait? I don't know why I don't have it in the soundboard. Why did I remove that? And yet I kept that. Hard to say, my friends, hard to say. Oh, those of you who were on the live stream from Friday or read my newsletter know about the scary parking email I got for the concert at the Rose Bowl. So I will address this in the newsletter as well. But in full, I will address it in the newsletter. But the short version is, was all right. Maybe that was the point of the scary email, is to scare everyone into doing something that will make their experience better. But we followed the instructions to go to the remote parking. Had no problem finding the remote parking. They had nice big signs that event parking. Followed it to a little parking garage. Had no problem getting into the parking garage, finding a space, and then spent almost an hour in line to get on the shuttle bus. If we were cutting it close or in a hurry, we would not have been pleased. But maybe too many people were like us, getting there a little early. So that was not great, but that's really the only negative. The shuttle buses were plentiful. So once you got through the line and showed your ticket, you were able to just jump right on a bus. They had plenty of buses. You didn't have to wait. Like, we boarded a bus and it took off right away, dropped us off right by a gate, walked right into the Rose Bowl. Rose Bowl has the new security sensors that don't require you to go through a metal detector. So you just walk through, and if it doesn't beep, you're fine. And then yeah, we just went and enjoyed the show. Now, we did leave a little early. We didn't wait for the very last song. So our experience may have been different if we had left along with everybody else, but we were wanting to beat the crowd. So we walked out. There was a short line to get on the bus, less than 10 minutes to get on the bus. And then once again, we got on the bus. Bus took off right away. This time we didn't have a seat. Before, they had just, filled the bus with seated people. This time there were a lot of us standing. They were filling them a little bigger, I guess. And then 10 minutes back to the parking garage. Again, because we left early, we were beating the rush a little, but there was no one else going to the car in the parking garage we were in. So we got right out of our space, left the garage, and got home at a reasonable time. So yeah, the parking part of the concert was better than we expected. However, the concert itself was awesome. So that part was great. Although the concert part, the part where they were playing the music and doing the show, was great. We got there maybe 15 minutes. We knew we were going to miss the opening. We didn't care about seeing the first opener. There were two openers. Might have been three openers now that I think about it. But we only wanted to see the opener right before the headliner. So we got there right in time. Sat there for maybe 15, 20 minutes, maybe 20 minutes, maybe a little longer, actually. Didn't feel like that long, except that it rained. And it was not supposed to rain. And so we sat there wondering, like, okay, is this going to get worse? Going to rain all night? It rained for maybe 15 minutes. And it wasn't heavy, except for like maybe a minute or two. It started to feel like it was getting heavy, but we weren't drenched. So that was a little disconcerting. That's not anybody's fault. That's just the thing that happens. And we should have We should have known there was rain in the area. We knew there was rain in the area, but we're like, oh, the rain's supposed to be gone by this evening and none in Pasadena, so we should be fine. We were fine, but we were not as fine as we thought we were going to be. So we got a little wet, and thankfully not very wet. And we were dry by the time the show started. It was a little chillier. I mean, not chilly. It was 60s, maybe 59 by the time we left. But that was cooler than we had expected. But overall, yeah, Ambassador Domo, good concert. Good times had by me and Eileen, and hopefully by all. Oh, the one oddity was we bought a bottle of water, and they made a big deal about sustainability, which is great. I'm all for that. Like, you know, some people are like rolling their eyes, oh, it's so preachy, but I'm like, you know what? That's fine. Yes, we should all try to do things to help reduce waste. It's the Depression era parent raising that I have. So they were selling their bottles of water in the reusable metal bottles, right? Which is fine. I'm all for that. We're leaving. I have the reusable bottle of water in my hand. And the security guard's like, you can't take the bottle of water out. I kind of stopped and looked at her, but we were in a rush to get, you know, we wanted to beat the crowd to the shuttles. So I always try to remember that the person enforcing the policy is not the person who made the policy. So if I was going to say anything, I would have said like, oh, it's weird that they're making you do that. Now I wouldn't, you know, accuse them of anything. But I was like, really? Like this whole thing about sustainability, and they were like powering the show. They had bikes, like stationary bikes and kinetic floors to help charge batteries that were used to power part of the show. You know, so they were doing actual things, not just preaching, but actually like there was action being taken. And then requiring, like encouraging people to bring their own water bottles, which I meant to do and I forgot. But then also saying like, no, we're not going to sell plastic water bottles. We're going to sell the reusable ones so people could reuse them. They're making me throw it away when I leave. That was unexpected. I'm sure if I had poured the water out and said, can I take the empty? They probably would have said yes. I'm hoping. But I didn't even think about that at the time. Yeah, leave plenty of time at parking and dress appropriately. Dressing appropriately, though, is the trick, Mighty Bean. Like, if you don't know what's appropriate, how can you dress appropriately, right? We thought we were dressed appropriately. We were dressed warm. That part wasn't bad because we knew it might get a little cooler. It got a little cooler than we expected. But we did not expect rain. Like there was just, that was not something we were expecting. But I guess, you know, your dad, Mighty Bean, might have said like, but there was rain earlier in the day, so you should have just better safe than sorry. I can hear your dad's voice in my head right now. But yeah, that was a weird thing with the bottle of water though. Like, why can't you take it out? They were letting you bring things in, like your own food. And they were letting you bring water bottles in. But you couldn't take it out. So on. Someone will be able to explain it someday. I'm going to guess, if I had to guess, it was something around alcohol control in the parking lot. They didn't want you like buying like obviously if I had a half can of beer, I couldn't take that out in the parking lot. I get that. That's open container rules. Some places have them, some places don't. This place does. That's fine. And so maybe it's to like reduce the chance that somebody has taken one of the empty bottles of water and then filled it up, you know. But they didn't know I had water in there. They didn't say, is that empty? They just said you can't take the bottle of water out. They wanted my bottle for the next concert. Yeah, I mean, honestly, if that was the case, Vandal G, that would have been cool. One thing they did do, so they gave everybody these little LED wristbands that were powered by Bluetooth. so that during the show they, created lights in the stands. That was awesome. Love that. That's borrowed from K-pop shows where the people bring their light sticks and they're powered by Bluetooth. This was something where everybody got a wristband, but then on the way out, they had big bins and they were like, please deposit your wristband for recycling and reuse. So everybody was doing that. So I'm like, that's great. I'm very, very much against waste. So that's good. A lot of water felt like a waste. Anyway, that's my story. I am going to go and get ready for our production meeting. I will be back for Daily Tech News Show in just about an hour or so. Good to see y'all. Happy Monday. Hope you're hanging in there, making it through Monday. Or if it's Tuesday in your area of the world, happy Tuesday. And I will see. No. Oh, shelf tour. Ooh. Okay, I got time. It's going to be tight. I'm not going to do this one. It's too big. All right, Killbot, shelf tour real quick. These are Lincoln Head Scents collections that I've had since I was a little kid. I haven't obviously filled them up very much. This is a copy of Follow the Geeks, which has a section about me. It was written by Jason Heiner and Lindsay Gilpin. This is my journalism law textbook from college. Oh, this is my dog Django's diary from her dog walker. A book on speaking Welsh. My 1977 copy of A Christmas Carol that I read every year. Earth to the Moon by Jules Verne, an O. Henry book. 4 paperback books about the Sweat Hogs, novelizations of Welcome Back, Kotter. Teach Yourself Welsh. This is one half of the Dune bookend, thing with the worm. The other half is over here. This is a knitted guy. This is Espa Lightstick. This is a BC Lions signed football, signed by the BC Lions. It's a DTNS hat, DTNS toque, DTNS mugs, St. Louis Cardinals football car, Arizona Cardinals now. Mr. Meeseeks, Ukrainian credit union from Chicago pencil sharpener that my college girlfriend gave me. And then copies of my books over there. Year in Tech History, Gallium, Citadel 32. What's that one? Oh, 10 State, the graphic novel that I did with Len Peralta, and Boiling Point. There you go. That's the shelf. Yeah, Mighty Bean. I guess because we didn't have the internet. That's how they got us all into the pennies thing. All right. We will do a better tour next time. Thanks, everybody. Talk to you in an hour. Bye.